Welcome to the Chaar Payi podcast. मैं हूँ शहजान.
मैं हूँ अमर.
I'm
sorry, man.
What's your fucking mic sensitivity? Oh my god. Do you like that we started the podcast like that?
No.
That was so much energy. You remember like 2013, 14 YouTubers? When
Yeah.
They were like, whoa,
Yeah.
welcome to my YouTube channel.
The reaction videos.
Yeah.
I remember those.
You remember? Oh my god! I just unlocked like such a core memory. By the way, acha, we did Shehzain and Ammar.
Yeah, we already did it. Fine. OnlyFans link here.
OnlyFans for Ammar here. Also, he's a real big supporter of who was the other guy in the Mamulak.
No.
He's a big supporter in the Mamulak and he
Not this
hates
again.
Javed Yadal.
Not this again. Not this again.
What do you not this again?
I have
This is your
guilt in
fault.
my eyes. I have
Like,
guilt. I do.
He told me he loves in the Mamulak and he
I
hates
do. I
Javed
love it,
Yadal.
Mamulak. Good guy.
It's so funny that I am the It's so funny that I am the burger guy and you're like तुम्हें इतने सेंट्रल पाकिस्तानी चीज के बारे में नहीं पता.
That's
Crazy
the
Shehzain.
funny part, right? I got it wrong after like
Yeah, you're like,
dissing you.
oh my god, Shehzain, तो मैं how do you not know this?
Yep. The funny part.
So I have a cool structure. I was thinking about structuring the podcast better so that like this is the fourth one. We should get serious now, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So I was thinking, okay, as a structure, we should start like telling our stories and like about ourselves chronological order में.
So like बचपन से start करते हैं जब अंदर थे.
अंदर थे जेल में. मुझे थाने में अंदर कर दिया था बचपन में.
तो like जब तुम पेट में थे और तुमने लात मारी थी, umbilical cord खींच ली थी.
तुम्हारी रॉयल रंबल. Oh, it is kind of like Royal Rumble, but the person who like stays in loses.
Yeah.
It's like the first to get out wins,
Yep.
or like the first
one to reach. The first one to
reach
reach the
egg.
Yeah.
तुम्हें पता होना
Why
चाहिए.
why did you get uncomfortable when you were about to say egg?
यार because मुझे reproduction की chapter में बाहर निकाल दिया क्लास से.
You were the guy who used to sit there at the back laughing at the
Yeah, like
pictures.
teacher look penis. Teacher ने penis बोला. Bro, I remember this one time. Oh my god, मैं जिस जगह से O levels किया था. Also speaking of, मेरे जितने स्कूल एक्सपीरियंसेस उससे लगता है I studied in the worst place possible. At least you got like good experience out of it. I thought you studied
like
in a
I
shit.
had fun, but
Yeah.
like I had bad experiences as well.
Yeah, you had bad experiences, but you had like, but you could go like, oh, like I had fun here.
Basically,
right?
because I
didn't have fun and I had a bad experience.
I was a kid who made my own fun. I
Yeah.
used to fuck around a lot. That's what I used
As
to
a
do.
kid,
Yeah?
as a kid,
Yeah.
that was really fucked up. I hate Pakistani society.
I used to be a great kid. I gave this nation everything.
You wanna go that route?
Yeah.
Jeez, man, he's so confident about it. It's scary. Yeah, so chronological order में I was saying कि मेरी पहली
Puppy. इसकी पहली puppy.
मेरी पहली मेमोरी थी कि मैं जब निकला था तो my dad tried to hold me but I was like,
Nah,
this is a bit close. I don't want you to invade my personal space. I was very aware of my privacy.
and then he went back in.
Yeah. I was like,
Shut the door.
Okay. So अरे हाँ, so मेरे जो स्कूल है उसमें there was like basically कुछ हमारा जो O levels था वो kind of नया था. तो उसमें there was a very small section for Cambridge और उसमें there was I think 7 बच्चे from one batch who wanted to do commerce and then like around I guess 15 to 20 kids who wanted to do like science. And then there was I think like a few people who like 7 I guess also in the same batch for bio. But क्या बोलते हैं उसमें से there was only one guy.
Oh, in the whole bio wala section?
Yes, and guess what?
What?
हमारी जो टीचर थी वो लाइक हिजाबी थी, शी वाज लाइक अ बिट इस्लामिक यो. सो जब रिप्रोडक्शन का चैप्टर आया, शी सेंट हिम आउटसाइड ऑफ क्लास.
Bro, that's very relatable because Mera group, it had like 7 girls and there was another guy with me and we used to be the only 2 guys in that particular section.
Yeah.
And when she was, this one teacher, when she was teaching the reproduction wala chapter, she formed like a group around her, सिर्फ लड़कियों का, and she excluded us out of it. She was like, आप लोग दूर रहें.
आप दोनों self study.
Yep, and we actually did that. We were
Oh,
the
that's kind
kids.
of cute. Are you friends with him?
Yeah, no, not anymore.
It's really sad.
Acquaintances, long forgotten.
Do you like reach out, go like, hey, 3 a.m. Like,
Yeah.
hey, I know
You
you
remember
shouldn't
the
be
time
talking to you.
you remember the time we read the production chapter together?
Yeah. You remember when
Good
we look at
times.
that diagram of
Yeah.
yours together?
We might actually remember that diagram. It was very vivid. Those used to be very
है ना,
vivid.
point ऐसा ना pointillism से बना है.
Yeah.
The guy who
आराम से बैठ के सारे बच्चे पीछे आपकी बायो की किताब लेकर बैठ जाया करते थे फिर.
देख रहा it's quite well
That's
done.
that's peak Pakistani culture वैसे.
Yeah,
That's peak.
भाई, oh my god bro, like मेरे उसमें था, क्या बोलते हैं, हम लोग के पास एक उर्दू टू इंग्लिश डिक्शनरी थी in the library.
हाँ.
So like all of us used to go like इंग्लिश में तो ये कहते हैं लेकिन उसको उर्दू में क्या बोलेंगे?
नहीं.
I'm not gonna discuss it, but holy shit, dude.
There used to be good shit in that. There used to be good shit in that. Yeah.
Well, don't say it like that. It's kind of creepy.
No, like we learned, we progressed.
I have a special question for you this time.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so question number 1. Do you think that if, let's say, you're with your girlfriend, so you go to Qaid-e-Azam ka Mazar, and as things go in Qaid-e-Azam ka Mazar,
Yeah.
things get a little heated.
Yeah.
So yeah, sorry, you're with your wife.
Okay, that's better.
And then you're like, things start to, right? And then uske baad you start doing it, right? Now, do you think that counts as a threesome?
Because Qaid-e-Azam is there in the middle of it.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it does.
Okay.
I think it does.
Then here's my question. Number 1, why did you do it? Number 2, do you think it counts as necrophilia?
Look, whatever Qaid-e-Azam does, he does on his own terms. Okay, we're not doing anything to him. Whatever he wants to do, it's up to him.
Leader of the nation.
Yep.
Right?
He gave us everything, and now he gave us a threesome.
So, oh my god, you're taking this direction. You're crazy. No, you did, okay? You went there with your wife, not me.
Qaid-e-Azam was just there, dude.
Yeah.
He just joined in.
Yeah, he was so chill. He was so chill about it. Jeez, man. That's mad. Care, I have another special question.
Sure.
We should turn this into a segment. That would be really good. Shehzain special question.
No.
I was saying what's it? Oh.
I don't know. Sounded cute. Shehzain's special questions is like a diagram you would draw, like something like you would do in kindergarten. Shehzain's special unicorn.
Unicorn तो Shehzain ने कभी नहीं बोला. क्या? I was saying I've been thinking about this a lot. I don't think that after you're an adult that you get crushes anymore.
No, that's not true.
No.
That's not true at all.
No.
You definitely can.
Okay, then here's my deal. Define what a crush is.
A crush is an infatuation with somebody that you might or might not have talked to a few times. You start to develop feelings which are apparently one-sided, and you tend to hide them a bit.
Okay. So
you're very defensive about
that's
them.
Close to what I define. मेरे हिसाब से ये है कि अगर वो आपकी नज़रों से चले जाएं और आपको फिर भी like याद आती है.
Yeah. If you think about them when they're not with
here,
you,
right?
Yeah.
अब रात से सोने से पहले you're like, Asfandi yaar, right? Then you're like,
did you say Asandiyad?
Asfandi yaar.
Asfandiyar, right? That's what it's called.
Shout
Shout out to my boss, Asfandiyar. Great beatboxer.
Is he really?
Yeah, Asfandiyar.
Okay, good job, Asfandi yaar. I was saying if they're not in your peripheral vision and you're like, I'm thinking about us, right? Then I think that counts as a crush. So yeah, and you like romantically think about it, right?
Definitely.
I think after I've become an adult, never happened to me.
That's because you just haven't gotten a crush. You're in a very
I think I think इस हिसाब से ये है कि you see it in a way कि how am I to say when you like someone after you're an adult, you tell them or you take actions towards it.
That's true.
However,
some people,
for a crush, you're like,
yeah, but some people, even after they become adults, they're not confrontational about it. That's the thing. They're too shy about it. Like, imagine you're in a workplace. You're like 28 years old. Both of you are 28 years old. You're in a workplace. You work in a clinic together, right? Don't laugh like that.
I'm not laughing at all.
Smirk like that.
I'm so serious about this.
So you're in a clinic together. What the fuck are you laughing?
I'm not laughing.
You're in a clinic together. So with time, you have some conversations. You have tea sometimes with that person, and you start to develop feelings, right? You like what they do around the clinic. You like what they like. You have things in common. You share.
You like the way they relocate
the shoulder. आगे तोड़ देते हैं पूरा.
It's like one of those Sherlock Holmes में जो fight scene होता है. The way they discomfort.
The chief फेंकता है.
Total injuries. Recovery time 12 months.
Anyways, so basically you start to like the person, and when you go home you still think about them. It doesn't matter what age you are, you can still get crushes.
I think देखो, now I don't have time for that, right? People don't have time for it after becoming an adult.
No,
you have like taxes to do.
See,
and like
you're like electricity bill.
No things like that. You're like, oh shit, यार मेरा आज वापडा ने मेरे पानी बंद कर दिया.
आज जमात की जो है वो मार्च के अंदर जाना है मुझे.
आज मुझे मार्च के लिए जाना है. What are you talking about?
मार्च कर दिया ना जमात इस्लामी वाले.
Against Wabda?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. So like
against
we're talking about a specific person here.
Wabda. I hate Wabda. Oh. Such an asshole human.
This is his human statement, not mine.
Okay.
I say that so much. You say so much controversial shit. I go like, this is Ammar saying it, not me. Mera pani nahi kaatna.
Pani nahi kaatna Wabda?
क्या करते हैं? Electricity
electricity वाला.
नहीं ना, that's gay electric.
Wabda is like the
person above that. अच्छा, that's the power plant. Shit. The पानी से जो electricity generate करते हैं.
Yes.
So that's Wabda, no?
I think they're also the water wale. I'm not sure.
If they are, then I am an adult. You're not.
Yeah.
Because you still have crushes.
I think it's like water and power.
Water and power.
Directive authority.
Dynamic authority.
Directive authority.
I think that makes sense.
Yeah,
and if that's true, I'll Google it. So
and that right down there.
Yeah. If it's actually Wabda.
Right next to Imam Bhai.
Yeah. I love Imam Bhai. It's so cute.
Yeah.
I was like remembering Imam as like this bearded guy.
I was too,
right?
Because he did.
But then I looked at his photo. He's such a cute boy.
He is such
a nice man.
Yeah.
Apparently, Wolf से बात कर रहा था मैं, who's Usman का cousin, and वो बोल रहा था कि apparently there's some incident. I think they were playing like an Indian test match or something. So
yeah.
उसमें कोई crowd में इंसान को आलू बोले.
आलू.
Like वो जाके लड़ना शुरू किया.
Like he grabbed a bat and then he just went to toe with them.
That's so funny. Imagine someone calling you Alu. You're like, किसको आलू बोल रहा है? That's the hill you die on.
आलू कैसे बोला?
आलू कैसे बोला तूने? Speaking of that, अच्छा, about the crush thing. I think okay, देखो, a lot of the people I've surveyed about this question, because I think about this a lot. right?
That's super weird, but go on.
क्योंकि like coming of age में you're like oh अब मेरे साथ ये होता नहीं है, you're like मेरे दिमाग में कुछ सही तो है क्या?
Yeah.
So you're like I asked everyone and majority girls said कि they still get crushes.
Exactly, yeah.
But every guy I asked, they were like, nah,
Oh, that's weird, dude.
you don't get anymore.
I said yes, didn't I?
You said yes.
Yeah.
You do get them.
Yeah.
That's mad.
Like I understand why somebody would still get them.
Okay, listen, I can still understand because I used to get them. So
Yeah.
So I was like, okay.
Like even as an adult, like your mind still stays occupied with something, right? It doesn't, like if there isn't hardship, if there isn't struggle, then your mind stays occupied with something, right? So in its absence, you might just have a
you're
crush.
saying जब free बैठे हो तो फिर crush हो जाएगा.
हाँ. जब जिंदगी में इतनी फरागत होती है तो हो ही जाता है.
हाँ, I believe, लेकिन ये बात है, सही है. I think if अगर आपके पास फरागत है तो फिर this is like something you can.
हाँ. Very possible.
But if like you don't have any time for it, then like not at all, right?
Yeah.
So I'm saying if you're like a
but even then, sometimes on like you can't put it in
people I
extreme.
did survey, some of them were like girls who had to really make their way out, and some of them were like I had it, like they kind of had like they're relaxed in life, let's just say, right? So maybe it's like a thing where it's like if you have time to yourself, maybe.
Yeah, it's a solid correlation. Yeah.
But I don't know if there's. Do you think after becoming an adult you can have like a crush? मुझे तो barely. I think maybe after like you hit the mark where you don't need to make any money anymore. ना वो होता है कि आप एक certain point पे पहुंच जाते हैं कि like money doesn't matter.
Yeah. But you can like. It's not that you're cutting off your feelings completely, right? From like.
नहीं. You don't cut off your feelings.
Yeah.
You just don't get them. Priority list में कितना नीचे होगा भाई वो?
नहीं, that's not true at all. Like priority list क्यों है आपकी इस चीज के ऊपर? It's just something that you involuntarily get.
हाँ, देखो the thing is कि I'm not saying कि आपके पास आती नहीं है. You can be in love, right?
Yeah.
But then आप जाओ और फिर आप उसके साथ आप उसको बोल दोगे. It's not like you're like, oh मैं बताऊँ असफंदियार को या नहीं. That just doesn't happen anymore. You're big enough to go
but
like,
that means that just means that
मेरे साथ चलेगा प्राइस लेने.
beatbox करेंगे साथ में दो बार.
असफंदियार. Okay, stop.
I was gonna do like a fries बहुत मजे के हैं, but
fries बहुत मजे के हैं. असफंदियार मेरे साथ कराची चल. Stop.
I can't stop myself.
Let me handle it. What was that noise? You're like an anime mommy.
What the fuck do you mean?
You were like, ara.
I think you.
Imagine that sound clip is on the internet. Though for some reason you've mentioned Pardde here.
Yeah, so basically what it means is that back in first class, there used to be this friend of mine. His name was Rafe, right?
Yeah.
So Rafe.
Shout out Rafe.
Yeah, man. What's up? So Rafe also had this friend Ahmed, right? So basically हुआ
ये साइड का नाम हमजा
नहीं
उसके साइड में ज़ैन
शोएब और उसके बराबर में अख्तर और वो साथ बॉलिंग करा रहे थे और फिर यहाँ पे इंजमाम बैठे
because this is like the most common like सारे पाकिस्तानी नाम राफे अहमद
सुजुकी हायरूफ
खैबर मेहरान बोलान. Recently I had this like really inventive like thread. मैंने बोला कि भाई मुझसे लड़के देखा तो बुलान तेरे सर के नीचे दे दूंगा. यार नहीं सॉरी तेरा सर बुलान के नीचे दे दूंगा. I was like
सर के नीचे बुलान दे दूंगा.
like gift मकान.
That's cute. Right? So what happened was कि हम लोग जो थे वो बाहर असेंबली से पहले आ गए थे, राइट? तो जल्दी आए. वी हैड नथिंग.
फैमिली से पहले आ गए थे.
नहीं, असेंबली से पहले.
किसकी फैमिली?
मेरी और राफे की. अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह. I don't think I should say. So what happened was कि we decided to like race. सही है. अच्छा काफ़ी बड़ा था जो ग्राउंड था, तो वी वर लाइक के लेट्स डू इट. ठीक है. तो मैं खड़ा हुआ था लेफ्ट साइड पे, बिल्कुल बीच में जो था वो राफे था, एंड देन उसके बराबर में अहमद था. ठीक है. सो नाउ राफे वाज अ ग्रेट रनर, राइट? तो हम लोग भाग रहे बीच में जो था वो राफे वाज सबसे आगे, राइट? तो व्हाट अहमद डज, yeah,
such a cool kid,
राफे शपाटर,
yeah.
So
what's his last name official? Rafi Shapater.
या बेटा राफे शपाटर आप प्रेजेंट हैं?
Yes ma'am, present. It's him.
So Rafi was सबसे आगे. So Ahmed basically wanted to stop him from reaching, though he playfully like pushes him a bit, right? So yeah, and then I see what Ahmed did, and I wanted to do it too. So
push करना है आपको.
So what I did was कि मैंने भी राफे को जो था यूं करके हल्का सा धक्का दे दिया, ठीक है? So now what that did was कि हमारी असेंबली की जो स्टेज था ना, जहाँ पे असेंबली होती थी, उधर एक स्टेज था. तो उस स्टेज पे जाने के लिए there was 3 stairs, ठीक है? There were huge stairs and there were 3, ठीक है? So when I pushed Rafi and he was almost about to reach the finish line, which were the stairs, he fell on the fucking stairs, chin first. Okay.
Have you seen American History X?
Yeah, the curb scene. Yeah.
That's what you did to Rafi.
Yeah. So when Rafi fell onto the stairs, chin first, his chin basically, I don't know what the fuck happened, but he started to bleed profusely. ठीक है? उसकी neck जो है वो starts to get a bit soaked. Eventually the nurses come, the teachers come, and they just hurry up, get Rafi up, they carry him onto the school van, और फिर जो है उसको hospital लेकर चले जाते हैं, right?
Oh my god, guys, Rafi Shapater got injured.
He's like that one guy जो कि Devil's Point के ऊपर जब अभी भी अपनी गाड़ी भगाता है.
Do you think कि whenever like Rafi walks into the room, पीछे से वो वाला sound effect चलता है? It's like that, yeah. Though it's like doom, doom, doom.
So what happened after that was कि फिर I didn't care ना. I was like हो गया जो होना था, who the fuck cares? I was like chilling. Eventually assembly start होती है. Assembly में एक और teacher को पता चलता है क्या हुआ है. So that teacher like was notorious for something, right? And what she was notorious for was giving kids black stars on the cheek. Right? Usually used to get red stars, right? Like if you were a good kid, you'd get red stars. But if you're a bad kid, you'd get black stars. So what she did was she gave me 5 black stars on my cheek right there.
5?
Yeah, apparently.
So okay, so if you, what do you mean apparently? So तुम्हारे साथ नहीं हुआ?
हुआ था, but like 5.
In your faded memory.
Yeah.
Do you think like after if you get like a 6th one, do you think the police, the army comes in?
ये वो hunter वाला helicopter. And if I get like 7, तो फिर like I can call on Shenron.
Solid good. Dragon Ball Z reference. क्योंकि पता चलना चाहिए कि हम लोग CEOs हैं of Geek Haven Enterprises.
Anyways. So after that, कुछ भी नहीं हुआ. That was the fucking end of it. I got branded for life with those fucking 5 stars.
Like a horse.
Yeah, or like a hotel.
Like a hotel?
Yeah.
Oh, like a
5 stars.
Man, you need to fucking get a new sense of humor. That's disgusting, man. What is it?
Michelin star
कौन सा demographic है जो ये
I'm a Michelin star restaurant chef.
Yes, chef.
Yes, chef.
Do you know what this reminds me? Like this one friend. पता नहीं मेरे को बहुत टट्टी joke मारा था, and this one friend of mine, right? They were like, क्या बोलते हैं? Oh, they always appreciate those jokes, ना?
Yeah.
And I was considering कि like, अगर if that friend tried to make that joke, I was like, I would not laugh.
I would not be friends with them anymore.
Because that person's like cool. They're like, they know like a lot of like history and stuff like that. So they're too smart to make those jokes, right? Speaking of smart, you have mentioned something not smart, which is one of another one of your Nazma Abadi stories, and I'm really scared of it because you've only written down Shalwar.
Yeah, Shalwar is a great one. Shalwar is a great one. ठीक है. So what happened was,
I'm scared of you.
You should be of a Nazma Abadi guy.
Yeah.
So what happened was कि we were playing badminton. ठीक है. It was me, another 2 friends, right?
Yeah.
So we were, I think I was 12 or 13 back then. I was pretty young, ठीक है, just a teenager. तो we were playing badminton गली के अंदर, and what I was constantly doing was कि एक लड़का जो था वो शलवार कमीज पहन कर आया था उस दिन, ठीक है, तो these two guys were playing and I would constantly go up to him.
Yes.
And ठीक है,
and उसकी
I would keep pulling on his shalwar.
Yeah.
ठीक है. अच्छा, in between during all of this, what happened was
I'm sorry to interject. You know what my mom says?
What?
She says कि ना हम लोग जिस तरीके से लैंग्वेज को परसीव करते हैं ना,
Yeah.
वो बहुत डिफरेंट होता है क्योंकि हम लोग लाइक बाइलिंगुअल है, सही है?
Right.
तो a lot of the times जब हम लोग किसी चीज को डैम्पन करने की कोशिश करते हैं तो हम लोग इंग्लिश में बोलते हैं.
Oh.
I want you to say exactly what you just said, लेकिन say it in उर्दू.
तो मैं जाके उसका शलवार खींचे जा रहा था.
उसका शलवार खींचे जा रहा था.
उसकी शलवार खींचे जा रहा था एंड लाइक उसका नाड़ा ढीला था, ठीक है, तो वो बहुत आराम से खिंच भी रही थी.
And you were happy.
Yeah. I was. तो बड़ा मजा आ रहा था मुझे. Not like that. It was just fun.
Why was it fun?
I don't know. It was fun. He was getting annoyed. अच्छा, in between all of this, what happened was कि जब गाड़ी गुजर रही हुआ करती थी तो you would always pull up the net, right? तो एक दोस्त जो था वो he was pulling up the net. In the meanwhile, जो दूसरा दोस्त होता है ना वो साइड में खड़ा हो जाता है. मैं उसके साइड में जाता हूँ and like I pretend to push him in front of the fucking car. ठीक है, तब मैं उसको गाड़ी के आगे फेंकने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ. वो गाड़ी के आगे थोड़ी देर के लिए आता है and then like I pull him back immediately.
Yeah. Classic bit.
अच्छा, उस दौरान जो थे वो हॉर्न मारे जा रहा है, ठीक है, गाड़ी वाला हॉर्न मारे जा रहा है. लाइक सही है तो ये चल. Eventually I keep doing the shalwar thing after that, and then जो सामने वाले लड़का था he gets annoyed the fuck out of, ठीक है, he's like, Ammar, will you fucking stop that? So I was like, nahi, I'm having fun. He was like, nahi, we won't let you play if you keep doing that. I was like, सही है, मेरे records ना वापस कर दो.
Oh no, you are that kid?
Yeah, I was the whiny one. So what I did was I took back the records and I went home. And it's been, I think, a decade since then, and I haven't spoken to that guy once. I still see him around the neighborhood.
Yeah.
I just haven't spoken to him.
When was the last time you were like, Assalamu alaikum?
Like 10 years ago, probably.
Jeez, man.
Yeah.
What do you feel like if you grow apart?
That's not the end of the story, right? What happened after that was कि the next day I went to the tuition. ठीक है, मैं और वो जो शलवार वाला लड़का था, we used to study together at a tuition.
Yeah.
हम लोग जाते हैं and
is that how you look at him now? शलवार वाला
लड़का. Yeah. Good guy शलवार वाला लड़का.
Good guy शलवार वाला लड़का. That's what you have saved on your phone.
Yeah, शलवार.
एक सेकंड अम्मी रुके, मुझे good guy शलवार वाला लड़का की कॉल आ रही है.
That would be fucking weird to say to your mom. शलवार वाला मेरा बच्चा की है.
What? Why would she think that?
शलवार वाला लड़का.
नहीं, what if like तुम like दर्जी वर्जी बन जाओ बड़े हो गए.
शलवार सीता दर्जी से.
मम्मी ये मेरा शलवार वाला लड़का है, ये मेरी
हाँ मैं रिश्ता लेकर आया हूँ.
मम्मी शलवार वाला लड़का है, शादी करना चाहिए. मम्मी नहीं, कोई और किसी खाला और शलवार वाला लड़के की शादी. I will be there.
फिर अच्छा we enter क्या कहते हैं ट्यूशन वाली जगह. हम लोग कमरे में जाते हैं. तो मेरी ट्यूशन वाली टीचर बैठी हुई होती है एंड शी लुक्स एट मी एंड उनकी शक्ल लाल हो जाती है एंड शी लाइक विद एंगर. सही है, विद एब्सोल्यूट एंगर. एंड इट टर्न्स आउट कि लास्ट नाइट जब मैं उसको धक्का दे रहा था अपने दोस्त को गाड़ी के सामने, तो जो गाड़ी थी मेरी ट्यूशन टीचर की थी, ठीक है. एंड शी लूजेस हर शिट ओवर मी, ठीक है. एंड उसके बाद लाइक गुस्सा निकालने के लिए
5 और ब्लैक स्टार
गुस्सा निकालने के लिए कॉन्स्टेंटली. एंड आई वाज प्रीटी बैड एट मैथ्स एट दैट टाइम. तो ये तो वो मुझे पीछे खींच के सर के ऊपर चमाटे मारे जा रही.
You got the OS Osman treatment.
Yeah. Yeah, so that was the end of the tuition thing.
Yeah.
My father is now married to the शलवार वाला लड़का.
Happily. क्या बोलते हैं, that reminds me of शलवार से मुझे याद आया. मैं एतकाफ में था.
Oh, okay.
Do you see this like shift, right? So क्या बोलते हैं मैं what is that funny?
So seamless.
मैं एतिकाफ में
शलवार
था।
से एतिकाफ.
हाँ तो नहीं because like it's I'll tell you how it relates है। मैं एतिकाफ में था और एक दफा like ताक रात थी, तुम्हें पता ताक रात होती है?
Yeah.
So essentially there are like आखिरी अशरे में कुछ रातें होती हैं जो जिसमें ज्यादा इबादत करते हैं because like कबूलियत का वक्त होता है and stuff like that, right? ज्यादा नेकियां मिलती हैं, ज्यादा it's like you got like a multiplier on your risk, right?
सवाब के ऊपर डबल
like
डबल XP.
yeah, तो क्या बोलते हैं वो वाली रात थी तो फिर सारे जो भी एतकाफ वाले लोग थे वो सब मिलके ज्यादा से ज्यादा जितनी इबादत करते वो करते थे, राइट? तो यूजुअली बहुत बड़ा सा सहन होता था, उसमें हम सब बैठ के साथ में इबादत करते थे। लेकिन क्या था कि मैं एक रात कर रहा था एंड लाइक कभी अगर आपका वजू टूट जाता है, आपको जाके लाइक वजू करना होता है वापस, तो आई what are you fucking doing?
I was just noticing whether the wire was connected still or not.
I was like seeing के मैं मेरा वजू टूट गया, मैं वजू करने जाता हूँ एंड हमारा जनरली वजू वाले जो खाने होते हैं वो थोड़े से साइड पे होते हैं मस्जिद के, राइट? एतराफ से थोड़े से बाहर होते हैं, you have to see, right? So मैं जा रहा था एंड इट्स लाइक अ स्मॉल alleyway, और वहाँ पे you know what I see?
What?
I see a person wearing a white shalwar,
Okay.
वाइट कमीज,
Okay.
लंबे बाल,
Okay.
और वो सिजदे में गया हुआ है।
Okay.
एंड देन आई एम लाइक ओके सही है, दिस गाइज लाइक जस्ट प्रॉब्ली प्रेइंग, राइट? सिजदे में गया हुआ है एंड देन आई एम लाइक ओके ये उठेगा, नहीं उठा, सिजदे में ही है वो।
सही है that's okay.
आई एम लाइक ओके sounds weird. And then for the next like minute or something he was in the sajda. I was like okay it's getting crazy. तो मैं जाके वजू like तो मैं like वजू करने जा रहा था, but I was like okay मस्जिद में कुछ 3 बज रहे थे, आई एम लाइक I know कि like इस मस्जिद में ना चीजें होती है,
okay सही है,
आई एम लाइक वो भी इबादत कर रहे होंगे, मैं साइड में हो जाता हूँ, बाद में देख लेंगे वजू कब करनी है, सही है, अब तो वो कंफर्म टूट गया। तो मैं पीछे हो गया, मैं जाता हूँ, मैं बैठता हूँ एंड आई एम लाइक शिट मैन, लाइक आई हैव नेवर सीन लाइक अ जिन सो क्लियरली, राइट? मेरी बट के हाथ में आई हुई है, बट लाइक मेरे पास एक्सपीरियंसेस बहुत सारे हैं एंड आई एम लाइक ओके सही हो जाता है, राइट? मैं लाइक आई मेट अ फ्रेंड ऑफ माइन वहीं पे, राइट? आई वाज लाइक यार वजू करने जा रहा था, लेकिन वहाँ पे मैंने एक देखा बिल्कुल सफेद कपड़ों में सिजदे में गया हुआ और वो उठ ही नहीं रहा।
Did you ever?
उसने मेरा दोस्त बोलता है ओह है, बोलता है कैसा दिखता है, मेरा लाइक सफेद सा था बिल्कुल, उसके काले लंबे बाल थे, वो बोलता है अबे वो तो साहिब है। क्या साहिब? वो तो साहिब है, राइट? आई एम लाइक तू इतनी देर तक साहिब सजदे में क्यों होगा? He was like सलात तस्बीह पढ़ यार like which can last like 30 minutes तक आप पढ़ सकते हैं, तो like I'm like सलात तस्बीह,
you know the entire time I was thinking कि either the man is dead या फिर वो सलात तस्बीह पढ़ रहा है,
right? And then I'm like अबे यार क्या, like this is the dumbest thing, but then like
it's crazy the guy's name was Saim though.
Saim,
yeah,
why?
I don't know. It's just a cool name for a jinn to have.
अबे वो तो साइम है। Imagine if like साइम जिन था। Imagine what if like the guys like अरे वो साइम है, he's the resident jinn.
Usually they'd have some name like Jalaluddin or something.
तुम कितने जिन को जानते हो जिनका नाम जलालुद्दीन है? क्या who the fuck are you friends with?
Imagine Jalaluddin. That would be a cool name for a jinn to have.
एक second. What was the friend of इम्तियाज, इश्तियाक, रूबरू कोई भी है। There's this like from your like friend group or separate, ये तुम WhatsApp में जा रहे हो रूबरू मेरा दोस्त। But क्या बोलते हैं? Yeah, that was mad, that was crazy, सही है। मैं बैठा हुआ था, I'm thinking कि I've got this crazy experience, मैं सबको बताऊंगा। Oh dude, that reminds me, मैं आ रहा था recently from like सदर में मैं घूम रहा था, नहीं घूम नहीं रहा था, यूनिवर्सिटी जा रहा था, घूम
बस ऐसे ही vagabond निकला हुआ है,
just
wandering around.
So क्या बोलते हैं, I was just like on a drive and I saw right पे एक बंदा था, his whole left arm was gone.
What?
His left arm was not there, it was like chopped off.
Say he could just.
I'm like, okay, so he must be an amputee or something, right? That's what you assume.
Yeah.
Like, and there was a kapda wrapped around it, which was white, and it was bleeding.
Oh.
So this was fresh.
Whoa.
And I'm like, okay, he must have been in an accident or something, right? And then I saw uska jo kurta tha, pura from the chest down, drenched in blood.
What the fuck?
And then I'm like, okay.
And he was just walking?
He's walking.
He's taking a stroll.
And I'm thinking के like अच्छा सही है, this guy's like walking to a hospital या तो किसी like दोस्त के पास जा रहा है कि like someone to take him somewhere, right? नहीं, this guy is on a morning walk. He's walking बस ऐसे ही, right? I texted the group. I'm like, dude, what the fuck is this? Like, what's happening, right? And then ये मैं बताता हूँ, and the guy, my friend's like, अरे मुझे पता है वार्ड की कहानियां, ये सब पता है. This guy has probably been in an accident. उसका हाथ like बाइक कहीं एक्सीडेंट
हो गया होगा,
ऊपर वाली शॉक में चलते हुए जा रहे हैं. I'm like, हाँ ऐसा हो सकता है.
Even in an accident, the hand would get crushed. The fact that it was just straight up cut off,
right?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, okay, some crazy shit's happened, right? And they were like, अच्छा से ये accident होगा आगे. Then I go the way where the guy was coming from. And no accident. This guy's on a walk. I don't know how long he's been walking with a chopped off arm, blood all over him.
Bro, imagine he was like kidnapped or some shit and escaped.
Exactly, right? That's what I was assuming. I'm like, he's been in some gang war. He's killed someone maybe. I don't know what the fuck's happening. But then I'm thinking like another friend of mine said like पता नहीं some crazy shit वो बार-बार like he's saying he keeps seeing naked people like all around. I'm like, okay, सही है, ये तो common है कराची.
हाँ, कराची में तो होता है,
right? Yeah. But I'm like, this shit was like extreme.
Extreme, yeah.
And then I thought about this one time. This like one person told me कि कराची में they say कि we have like this weird form of like PTSD or some sort of trauma or some shit like that. Basically, we have this resistance to all this like crazy shit, right?
We do.
क्योंकि हमारे साथ ये हो चुका है कि like हाँ यहाँ पे बम ब्लास्ट हो गया था कि 7 लोग मर गए. हाँ सही है.
यहाँ पुलिस की गाड़ी के ऊपर फायरिंग स्टार्ट हो गई थी.
Right? Yeah. And it's like everyone's seen shit like that happen, right? So we have this like हाँ ये होता है.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, if I was a white person, bro,
you would lose your shirt.
If I was a white person, I would have like क्या बोलते हैं, मेरी जिंदगी खराब हो जाती है. मैं जाके थेरेपिस्ट से बात करूँ. I can't believe वो बंदा ख्वाब में आ रहा होगा मेरे. क्या बोला होगा?
ले रहे हैं, threads बना रहे हैं ट्विटर के ऊपर about how scary Karachi is.
My God, guys, I can't believe I just saw a guy with an arm. Right? I just saw a guy without an arm. Right? That's how white people speak.
Yeah.
क्या बोलते हैं?
That's how the vlogger Dale Flip speaks as well.
Dale Flip. There's a really funny one where like someone like वो शेरवानी या तो कुछ ले जाता है and someone goes like Dale Pakistan. Dale Pakistan. Love. Crazy. Good job, Dale. क्या बोलते हैं? I was saying कि shit, what was I talking about? हाँ, this reminded me from the aitekaaf topic because I remember जो लोग मेरे साथ आ रहे थे aitekaaf करने. हाँ. 2 of them, they were on a bike and they said कि aitekaaf से आने से पहले they saw like a truck जिसके नीचे बंदा आया था and they saw road पे उसका like दिमाग फैला हुआ. And then उसके बाद I spent like the last 3 days of the aitekaaf with them like happily. And I'm like, these guys didn't need any time to like register it or anything. Yeah. They're like, oh,
it's so desensitized. Straight up.
कैसे Saim? Right? They're like having fun and shit, and they just saw like the crazy shit. So imagine that, like, and like, okay. What happens to you in like, you've probably seen some crazy shit in your like medical work.
The most I've seen is like somebody getting like gangrene on their foot, and was gangrene like because of diabetes, right? They get gangrene, and then that leg has to be chopped off because like it's been eaten.
Yeah.
It's been half eaten, and you can see through. You can see through, and the bone's visible. Like the whole tissue, the whole muscle, the fat, everything's gone. The vessels are gone. You can just see right through it, and then you basically eventually have to chop it off.
तुम्हें पता है? अच्छा, what do you think happens there? Like your foot's being goddamn eaten alive. What stops you from going like, यार मुझे शायद डॉक्टर के पास जाना चाहिए?
Bro, people just don't have that awareness. They just don't.
Like क्या बोलते हैं? I was remembering this one time कि मुझे पता नहीं कुछ हो गया था. I still assume to this day कि फोड़ा.
अभी तक कुछ ना कुछ हुआ.
अभी तक हुआ. क्या बोलते हैं? I think I got like a cyst or something in my foot. सही है? And they told me to go to the doctor or whatever. But like यार मैं थोड़ा सा है ना.
I told you to do that as well.
I think I went or something, and they gave me some like medicine or something.
Some cream. They gave you some cream.
They gave me some cream, I think, right?
Yeah.
And I applied the cream और कुछ हो नहीं रहा. I was pissed off. I was like, what do I do now, right?
Yeah.
So for art students, they have this. Oh my god, this is kind of dark. For art students, they have this like there's a pen knife for like very accurate cutting.
Yeah.
Right. So I just used to. There was a callus that was built. तो मैं वो callus cut off कर देता था because like it like one another would like push on the cyst. Right. Till one point कि मैं callus काटते I started to cut into the cyst.
Nice.
So yeah, and this kept happening, and then eventually like it's like some नहीं ऐसा होता है. Bodybuilders cut their calluses. And sometimes like bleach
sure,
it, right?
You cut your callus, but you don't cut into a fucking cyst just so casually.
See, but the thing is, I don't know why I didn't like why it wasn't too excruciating because it was like fine, right?
I think काफी time हो गया था उसको. Like it was नहीं like you were just keeping it as a pet at that point. Like,
yeah, right. So I kept doing it, and this is like right before park tour when I have to hike and shit, right?
Yeah.
So I क्या बोलते हैं cut into it, right? And then I think there was something in there, and I cut it out, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know if it was black or something, but it was, right? But uske baad my foot like naturally healed, and I think that like
that's a disgusting
there's
story.
a bunch of people. Ali है ना, Ali के हाथ में एक cyst हुआ था. I think वो gaming की वजह पता है कुछ हुआ होगा उसे, लेकिन उसके हाथ में था, वो भी उसने काट के निकाला था.
I think he got like a ganglion cyst or something.
पता नहीं क्या था.
Yeah.
Dandelion तो आप फूकते हैं भाई.
फूकते हैं.
स्वेर यार, पता नहीं किसको लेके आया था. चार पाई पॉडकास्ट नाम रख दो, समझ रहे थे कि बैठ के चिल मार रहे हैं, बॉयजिंग कर रहे हैं बैठ के. बॉयजिंग तो राफे नहीं हूँ मैं, राफे चपाटर नहीं हूँ.
I miss Rafi Shapater.
His name was Rafi Shapater, wasn't it?
Yeah.
क्या बोलते हैं? Speaking of this podcast, do you remember what I did on the lead up to this? You know what, I was thinking like this should have been like a topic for the first podcast.
Right.
But like for some reason I forgot to mention it in the first episode, and then the second, and then the third, and I almost forgot it this time. Right? So क्या बोलते हैं, this one time I was like when I was doing the content writing wali job, so I'm a master procrastinator.
Yeah, okay.
So, and I have this huge problem.
Okay.
And to push myself to do things, I sometimes push myself to lengths which are unnecessary. So so
50 mm ka, 25 ka. You said lengths instead of length.
हाँ, तो दो चार चीजें मैं साथ में हैंडल करता हूँ.
Lengths or length?
Lengths.
I think we should stop that bit right
This
right
is
now.
So crazy. Why did you think it was important to mention this?
Why did you say fucking lengths instead of
because
length?
Everyone says length.
Length.
I am someone who's like
just
smart.
Just stop.
Okay,
Get
man.
some help.
You go talk to fucking Shalwar guy who's married to your khala. Okay.
Hey, Kalu.
Oh, he's your Khalu now. That's so cute.
Yeah, it is.
I was thinking, basically to push myself to make this podcast, because oh my god, this took a lot of planning to pull off. Was I eventually had to get a job, number one, so that I could finance both these mics and then like the card this is recording, and then every single thing you can see, even the Chaar Payi, right? So I got this like crazy job जिसमें मैं लेके जा रहा था, and I worked for 2 months constant, and oh my god, it pissed me off, right?
You would work 12 hours a day, right?
more. Sometimes I would sleep 2 hours and then work the rest.
Holy shit, that's a lot.
It was great, but like essentially like एक बन जाता है कि आपको, मेरे साथ ये है कि if I devote my life to one thing ना, तो फिर I am like good at doing that. I'm like fine, right? तो मेरा पूरा दिन उसी के बारे में बन जाता है, and I become like a super human person at it. तो क्या बोलते हैं, करते करते like my beard started to grow out, and I was like, I have an idea. I don't like keeping this beard.
Yeah.
So how about I chop it off, but only when I filmed the first episode of the podcast. So yeah. So that was about to be the plan, and you were about to do it live on the podcast. But I was like, you know what happened?
What?
I had to meet a friend, which I don't meet a lot, and they refused to meet me in public if I had the beard. पता है मैंने क्या बोला? They were like serious, and I said कि नहीं कोई बात नहीं, we can still meet, लेकिन मैं ना ऐसा करता हूँ, I can just dress like it's like not a problem, right? And I said कि okay, I'll just like शलवार कमीज और टोपी पहन के आ जाऊंगा. Right? They were like, if you do that, हाथ में तस्वीर रख लूंगा, and I'll start to recruit you for the
सुरमा लगा लूंगा, फिर आपको आदाब करूंगा,
तावीज़ पहन के. Like
अफगानिस्तान जाके शादी कर लेंगे.
Right? And then क्या बोलते हैं, I was like, okay, you know what, Ammar's just gonna shave it at this barbecue we had. Yeah. Right? And you did.
To make sure barbecue means barbecue.
Okay. So yeah. So I was like, okay, so let's just do that. And then you made this design, and then you know who I realized I looked like?
What?
1000-Year Blood War में there's a villain. The main villain from Bleach, his name is Yuhawa.
Now you're speaking like the English.
The white person. Yuhawa. But it's weird hearing.
I think he looked more like Hulk Hogan, वैसे with the handlebar mustache.
Oh!
Yeah.
Those guys. It was that or that one TikToker who goes like, tuck.
Yeah.
I think I have a good video of that. I should do that. But क्या बोलते हैं, I had to shave that off, and then उसके बाद I ended on this mustache. And you know what's crazy?
What?
I took this mustache to university. So yeah, and first person to see it was like, why are you doing this? And then I walk, like I'm sitting in class, another person walks into class, they're late, they're like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. And then they look at me and they go like, is that real? Is that real?
That's crazy.
I'm so pissed off, dude. Why? I think this mustache like adds character.
It does.
What's funny is that
yeah, you definitely do not look like a pedophile.
I don't look like that. I क्या बोलते हैं? I remember I walked to this like good friend of mine, and they, I swear, did not stop laughing for the next 2 days when they saw me. Constantly, say yeah. And then you know what the words that came out of their mouth was like at the end?
What?
She said कि I looked like Mario. Mario. Yeah. And I said, okay, good working man. Yeah. Right? I said, good working man. He's got a good job. I like Mario.
Yeah, he works down in the sewers, goes through the tunnels.
Yes, that is what he does. Right?
There's the plumbing.
Do you think you would appreciate being Mario?
No, I would like to be Luigi.
Why? You think he's taller, that's why?
And Luigi has more character than Mario.
We should come on to the next episode. Dressed as
Mario
and Luigi.
I'd need a very, very huge mustache for that.
Doesn't Luigi have a bigger mustache than Mario? Yeah. That is a lot of character. You know what I always hoped कि ना मैं कभी वो खेलूं Breath of the Wild. That's why I've been trying to. मैं सोच रहा हूँ कि कहीं से है ना एक वो बरामद करूँ Switch. स्विच बरामद करूँ मैं कहीं से, स्विच बरामद करूँ कहीं से. एंड लेकिन वो कभी हो ही नहीं पा रहा बिकॉज आई डोंट नो एनीवन हु हैज अ स्विच एंड आई कैंट स्कैम देम इनटू बाइंग वन, क्योंकि आप ब्रेथ ऑफ द वाइल्ड खेल लिया, आपने टेयर्स ऑफ द किंगडम खेल लिया, उसके बाद क्या खेलेंगे?
कुछ भी नहीं है. There is nothing.
What's the पाकिस्तान में what's the what is it? Pakistan में
you're transitioning into that English guy, dude.
Hello, I am Dale Phillip.
Dale Phillip.
I remember Dale Phillip से there was one of those guys, they went they were like पता नहीं they were trying to find like good place to eat, और रमजान का वक्त था, and I swear bro, this like ticked me off, right? हम लोग देख रहे हैं उनका व्लॉग, लाइक ऑल ऑफ अस फ्रेंड्स वी लव टू वॉच देम बिकॉज़ इट्स लाइक क्रेजी, राइट? क्योंकि ओह माय गॉड ब्रो, देयर इज वन वीडियो जिसमें एक बंदा लाइक वो फालूदा खा रहा है एंड ही इज लाइक टॉकिंग टू द गाय नेक्स्ट टू हिम, ही इज लाइक गुड फालूदा, am I right? राइट, ही इज लाइक गुड फालूदा, राइट? एंड देन पीछे से है ना एक लड़की मांगने आ रही है उससे लाइक फालूदा या तो लाइक पैसे वैसे, राइट? एंड देन पीछे से लाइक द गाय जिसकी फालूदा वाली दुकान है, ही इज लाइक ओए आके गोर खुदा नहीं करो, बात है. एंड फिर उसके बाद लाइक पीछे लाइक मी एंड आवर फ्रेंड आर लाइक लुकिंग, और वो उठा के बच्चे को यू लाइक कमीज से यू उठा है, राइट? एंड आई एम लाइक व्हाट द फक इज गोइंग ऑन? एंड देन वी आर ऑल इमेजिनिंग कि आई स्वेयर इट लुक लाइक वो ना स्ट्रीट फाइटर के पीछे जो बैकग्राउंड होता है व्हेन किड्स आर लाइक यू कर रहा है लाइक दैट. इट्स वन ऑफ दोस प्लेएबल स्टेजेस,
बट लाइक you go and grapple the kid instead.
Kids go like ooh, right? You know,
he's just saying water but in English accent.
मुझे तुम्हें you know what I think is my favorite thing from like school life shit?
What?
वर्बियत जब हम लोग ही बड़े बड़े होते चेंज होते गई, तो like we used to go like हम लोग पहले बोलते थे भाई मुझे अंडरटेकर का दाव आता है.
Yeah.
Remember hearing दाव? I think दाव was the funniest word. दाव स्लैम भी बोलते थे.
नहीं, दाव लगा दूंगा, चोक स्लैम, that used to be choke
दाव
slam.
लगा दूंगा, चोक स्लैम लगा दूंगा type shit, right? That was so good.
Yeah.
I wish I could still use the word दाव in my common vocabulary these days. लेकिन नहीं कर सकता अब मैं. I was saying, imagine कि someone's like, oh Shehzain तुम यूनिवर्सिटी जा रहे हो?
हाँ.
And then I go like, हाँ मैं यूनिवर्सिटी जा रहा हूँ, तुमने WWE देखा उसमें दाव कितना अच्छा लगा था बंदा, right?
You talk about like you belong to a football club.
Yeah.
Like हाँ, अंडरटेकर जब उठा था अपनी लाश में से.
Dude, speaking of, did you believe that अपनी लाश में से? Did you believe कि like बचपन में तुम्हें लगता था कि अंडरटेकर मर गया?
हाँ.
I thought that. I was a firm believer कि वो मर गया वापस आया.
Yeah.
I remember having like dude.
I mean, just imagine Undertaker, like his trench coat, and the look in his eyes.
Yeah.
Like he used to look like a guy who
would come back.
Yeah.
From the dead.
Do you remember? We were at Arankel, and क्या कहते हैं?
What?
So we were basically thinking of shooting that one entire horror sequence, and then we thought of like a horror character kisko banaye, and then we thought of like Undertaker, because you remember we had like Danish like use a raincoat as a trench coat.
Yeah, we were shooting a horror film.
So the Danish was going to be the Undertaker, right? But he's not Undertaker really. He's just the guy who goes around killing everybody. But he's dressed as Undertaker, and he's got like a Mr. Meeseeks like type shit going on with his face. Like वो मुंह के ऊपर उसने वो चढ़ा लिया था, अपने बीनी चढ़ा लिया था.
He's like just completely closed off. Yeah. Like it's like a hoodie लेके अगर तुम पूरा नाटक देख दो, it's completely closed. Oh man, I wish I was a film student back then. I would have made that short film so good.
Yeah.
A24 मुझे hire करता. क्या बोलते हैं? I was saying कि speaking of those horror times, I had like a proper fucking nightmare. Do you recently? I had this dream जिसमें like okay, first time पता नहीं कुछ चल रहा था something and I went to the bathroom. सही है? And this is in my dream and I took a piss. सही है? And then I was like, okay, सही है. And then बाद में I went to do something else in the dream. और मैं कुछ कर रहा हूँ. And then I had to take another piss.
Okay.
सही है. And then it came to a point where it was ridiculous how much I was pissing in the dream. सही है. And then उसके बाद I noticed in the dream, I'm like, okay, I'm pissing a lot. And then I'm like, मैं सोचा कि अच्छा अगर मैं इतना पेशाब कर रहा हूँ अपने ख्वाब में तो फिर और मुझे पता है कि ये ख्वाब है. This is me in the dream thinking. और ये ख्वाब है. तो I'm pretty sure I pissed my pants in real life, right? And then उसके बाद dream Shehzain is like, I pissed my pants. And then I open my eyes and I look down and I'm normal.
Oh.
I haven't pissed my pants, right?
Yeah.
And my question is, answer what happened there, Freud. Freud, I want to ask you.
Yeah,
what does this dream mean?
You should ask like Einstein or something. I think you pissed in like parallel universes.
I heard the क्या बोलते हैं Interstellar music go on in my head. What if it's like Oppenheimer's like it's like me pissing.
Atom bomb आपकी चड्डी के अंदर फट रहा है.
Why did you say these things? It's like, you know, when people are like Gandhi ji ki dhoti mein halchal. It's like one of those people.
Dude, speaking of this, speaking of pissing your pants, I remember when I was like 6 years old. So like before you would go to bed, your mom would be like, "Nahi, सोने से पहले you need to go and go take a piss, right?" So this one time I fell asleep. ठीक है ऐसे ही. तो my mom woke me in the middle of the night. She was like, "Hey, you need to go and take a piss." ठीक है. So I go. I get up and I walk to the kitchen. Sorry, I walked to the bathroom. And while I was walking to the bathroom, I accidentally walked to the kitchen. My eyes were closed. I was like, I don't need to open them. I'll just reach the bathroom and I'll reach it. And I just walked into the kitchen. I was like, I've reached the kitchen. I've reached the bathroom.
Outside bathroom.
And then अम्मी की आवाज आती है, नहीं बेटा वॉशरूम जाओ. ठीक है. I was like, अच्छा. And then she goes away, right? And then I keep walking. And then I walk into the bathroom, which I assume to be the bathroom. I take my pants down.
Oh no.
And I take a piss.
Okay, so you
and then एक चीखने की आवाज आती है. And it turns out
पापा जाग रहे हो, बारिश हो रही है.
It was my brother who was on the bed. and I took a piss right there. ठीक है. I stood there. My brother is right here. And I just pulled down my pants and I started taking a piss. And my brother is horrified at the sight of what's happening. He jumps off the fucking bed. He leaps off it. And like, Ammi, ye kya kar rahe?
It wasn't even a question. You was like, Ammi, kya ho raha hai?
My brother was like 13, maybe 14 at that time. And he's still scarred for life because of that. He's traumatized because I took a piss on his bed.
Oh my god, dude. I would be scared shitless. I think like after that, like तुम्हारा बड़ा भाई था, right?
Yeah.
I can't be your big brother after that.
I understand. I would completely get right. That. He just moves out after that.
By law of nature, he is your property. So you claimed him.
I marked my territory.
Yeah, बस हो गया भाई वो. सही है. क्या बोलते हैं? Over here. I was you insisted that I tell this story, so I think it's really important. Okay. You know, my everyone knows my best great amazing friend Wasif. And Wasif was having a shitty day. And this is like, he lost a bunch of money, like it flew out of his pocket, and we're all like somber. We looked for it the whole day. हम लोग बोल लेंगे अबे यार कोई बात नहीं. And then he's like, he lost hope ना, पूरा देख रहे थे. He was like, सही है चलो घर चलते हैं. And then हम लोग वो बाइक पे आया था ना मेरे साथ. तो हमने बोला कि सही है दोनों बाइक पे बैठते हैं घर जा रहे हैं. we're all like silent, right? एंड क्या बोलते हैं फिर क्या होता है कि एक हमारे आगे एक बाइक थी शार फैसल पे मेन. सही है. बाइक थी यहाँ आगे साइड पे एक गाड़ी. राइट. एंड देन वो जो गाड़ी थी इट टर्न इन टू द सर्विस लेन टू लेट और वो बाइक रुकती है उसके साथ, राइट?
ओके
एंड देन वासिफ और मैं बाइक पे एंड वी लाइक फॉल। एंड अब दो तरीके के लाइक लोग होते हैं, राइट? तो like I think it's like basic fight or flight वाले टाइप,
I
right?
think it's basic physics. What you're about to tell is going to be basic physics.
अबे यार listen तो what happens is कि वासिफ जो है he doesn't register the moment.
सही है.
उसके लिए like he's like kind of blacks out and then wakes up type stuff, right? I noticed everything in super detail.
Okay.
I could tell which like color the car was and stopped in front of me कि like कहाँ पे क्या हुआ था, कैसी चीज हुई थी. So Wasif that day had bought new headphones. He had just gotten them that morning.
Okay.
He was having the worst day ever. So yeah, उसकी क्या बोलते हैं? As soon as we crashed, we fall down, right? And Wasif जो है, I help him up, right? And then 2-3 और लोग आ जाते हैं, right? The guy that stops, he's like, तुम सही हो, ये हो, right? तो क्या बोलते हैं? वासिफ की बाइक एक बंदा उठाता है, एक बंदा वासिफ को उठाता है, लेके जा रहे होते हैं. And then I'm like, oh shit, वासिफ के नए हेडफोन्स, right? तो मैं देखता हूँ रोड पे एक दिखता है, एक उठाता हूँ मैं, वासिफ को पकड़ाता हूँ, बोलता हूँ कि तुम कोने पे जाओ. दूसरा दिखता है, मैं दूसरा उठाता हूँ. Walk to the corner, सही है. एंड जैसे ही बंदा जा रहा होता है बाइक लेके वासिफ किसी साइड पे पार्क करने, मैं चाबी निकाल ली क्योंकि कराची है, पता नहीं है. तो we stop. By the way, if any like Lahori or like Islamabad, any person outside of like Karachi is listening to this, they must think like this is the worst city in the world.
So, have you seen that one clip जहाँ बंदा अपनी बाइक जो है वो घर से बाहर निकालता है, उसको खड़ा करता है और फिर वो अंदर जाता है दरवाजा बंद करने के लिए. मीनवाइल दो लोग जो है वो चलते हुए आ रहे होते हैं. They just casually sit on his bike, started, and they just leave.
Damn, it's like crazy. Like you can't imagine, but like you be aware at all times, right? So क्या बोलते हैं? Again, spatial awareness होनी चाहिए आपको.
That's the word.
If you're a genjutsu user, like right? तो क्या बोलते हैं? जाके वासिफ साइड पे बैठता है, मैं साइड पे बैठता हूँ. We're all like wondering, वासिफ थोड़ा सा पानी पीता है. I'm trying to calm him down, right? He goes like, तुमने headphones like दूसरा वाला तुम्हारे पास है?
हाँ.
I'm like, नहीं, मैंने दोनों तुम्हें दिए.
हाँ.
It's like, तुमने तो ये दिया.
हाँ.
एक हेडफोन दिखाता है एक हाथ में, दूसरा हाथ खोलता है एंड बाइक का जो ब्रेक है ना, उसकी जो एंड में गोलाई होती है बेसिकली वो जब हम गिरे तो वो रोड पे लग के टूट गई. मैंने वासिफ बाइक को है ना यूजलेस प्लास्टिक उठा के दे दिया, ये लो वासिफ भाई हाथ में पकड़े, ये क्या है? चलो. वासिफ भाई शॉक में, उनको पता नहीं उनके हाथ में एक हेडफोन है और दूसरा ब्रेक का गोलाई है. सही है. मैं देख रहा हूँ मैंने क्या कर दिया है. But it looks perfectly like it would fit in your ear.
It does.
I just put a photo up, but like holy shit, that's the craziest thing. That's not where the story ends though, right? So we go home, right? And क्या बोलते हैं, अब मैं पहली आता हूँ, अम्मा बोलता हूँ, अम्मा ये सीन हो गया, अम्मा नजर उतारे, वासिफ को नजर लगी है क्योंकि इसका नुकसान ही हो जा रहा है, राइट? तो अम्मा गोज लाइक अच्छा सही है. एंड देन वो नजर उतारती है वासिफ की. एंड देन आई कॉल जैन ओवर कि लाइक जैन, लाइक हमें हॉस्पिटल लेके जाओ, वी नीड टू गेट like a tetanus shot because we got scraped and stuff, right? So Zain takes us, and then it was like he takes us to this hospital, and वहाँ पे tetanus का injection खरीदते हम लोग, and then we go to this like one guy who's like a nurse or someone. This nurse takes us to like the corner, right? और हम लोग वहाँ पे जाके बैठते हैं और Zain goes like I'm like, यार मैं तो ऐस पे नहीं लगा रहा क्योंकि मैं तो शाय हूँ, right? I'm like joking at this point, right? And then they're like Shehzain ऐस पे नहीं लगता, grow up वो बच्चों के लिए होता है, right? And I'm like, अच्छा सही है, ऐस पे क्यों लगेगा? Obviously मैं बच्चा थोड़ी हूँ, right? And then we're walking up and the nurse guy, he goes like वो आके बिठाता है हमें, right? And then I'm like, मैं अपना like sleeve उतार रहा हूँ ताकि वो कर दे, right? He's like, क्या बोलते हैं, आपके पिछवाड़े पे लगेगा. right? I'm like, हाथ पे नहीं लगता,
मैं तो बड़ा हो गया हूँ.
And then क्या बोलते हैं, नहीं, right? And he's like, नहीं, बस
take off your pants,
pants, right? And I'm like, लेकिन I'm not prepared. Right? I'm like, and then I'm like, I pull my pants down, and like वो लगाता है, right? And then I get up and मैं बैठा हूँ, right? And then क्या बोलते हैं, Zain and I started joking like, Shehzain को लग रहा था कि हाथ पे लगे, हाथ पे थोड़ी लगे. मैंने बोला कि ओए चड्डी उतारो, साइड से मैंने ओए चड्डी उतारो, guys, नर्स आ रहे हैं. It's like, guys, and then Wasim gets the injection too. I'm like, yeah, and we fist bound. You're like, now we are like, I think I've met all of the criteria for being proper Karachi guy. So yeah, bike accident. So yeah, mobile chori. Yeah. So yeah, what else?
I don't think you have then. Padde? Yeah, have you heard Padde?
Oh shit, Padde नहीं हुए मेरे.
Yeah.
चलो कोई अगर आप लोगों में से कोई फड्डा होता है तो आप कॉल कर दीजिएगा मुझे.
नहीं, इसके बाद कोई आके फड्डा कर ले.
आज अब मैं भी कराची का हूँ, अकेले सब संभालूंगा, like तला अंजुम की एक क्लिप थी. Was like कराची का हूँ मैं भी सब संभाल लूंगा मैं.
I only remember the one where somebody throws something at him at a concert.
हाँ वही तो क्लिप है. And then he's like इस्लामाबाद में खड़ा था. He's like अकेला कराची का हूँ सबको संभाल लूंगा. Oh shit,
that's crazy.
Goes hard. I love it. I love तला अंजुम. आज कल भी आएगी. खैर, do you have something to say?
Yeah. आज तेरी याद आई थी.
बेवजह में, बेपनाह में, गुनाह में.
आगे मुझे आता नहीं. It's okay.
That's it for this episode, guys. My name's Shehzain.
My name's Basha.
I love you. Allah Hafiz.
I love you too.
Mwah.